Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And do you watch a movie and you think, have I watched this movie before? Because that's what happened to me yesterday. When I watched this film, I actually thought, I have seen this movie before. It's very similar to another movie. Well, not the entire story, but yeah, it's a very, very similar theme. Funny part is both these films have the same actor in. So in this movie, he is the villain. In the first movie, he's more of a uh, I wouldn't call an antagonizer, but he sort of becomes a friend towards the end. And that's, I don't know how to pronounce his first name, Chiwetel Ejiofor. I don't know how you pronounce this. But yeah, this one is Infinite, and if the other movie that I'm talking about is last year's, which was came on Netflix, The Old Guard, starring Charlize Theron. Now this movie stars Mark Wahlberg, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Sophie Cookson, Jason Mantowska. I'm going to butcher all these names. Mansukas, maybe Rupert Friend, Toby Jones, and Dylan O'Brien. A couple of the women in this movie who I've never seen before are pretty. They're like models turned into actresses, and they're very very beautiful. So this is and this came out this year. It's a American sci-fi movie. Sci-fi action is what they call it. Um, it has got this element of there are some people in the world who cannot die. That's what they call infinites, and they basically well, not sorry. It's not that they cannot die. It's their they get reincarnated. So kind of like a Buddhist philosophy or even a Hindu philosophy. They keep getting reincarnated, and it's like now they're down to a small group of around 500 people or so odd, but they are split into two. One group doesn't want to continue living, while the other is trying to make things good for mankind. They believe in harnessing the memories of previous previous uh, previous lives, sorry, and using it to uh, further enhance one's skills, remember skills that you earned in a previous lifetime, and enable it for things that's going to happen now. So Mark Wahlberg's character was in his previous life he actually got injured. He was actually blown away, and what happened was he didn't actually come out. He was reincarnated, but he doesn't remember because he had an accident and he had a metal plate in his kept inside his skull. There's a metal plate, so that kind of has not allowed his brain to fully recollect his past life memories. And the opposing side is led by Chiwetel Ejiofor. So that's what it is. I'm going to read out uh, the things from here. Evan Macaulay, that's the character's name of. That's the name of the character played by Mark Wahlberg. He's been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and it's because he recollects parts of his of previous life. So the doctors have misdiagnosed him as being schizophrenic. Um, he is finding it difficult to get a job because he did become violent once when a customer tried to be like he manages restaurants. A customer misbehaved with the waitress because he is very rich, and this guy um, basically Evan couldn't stand for it, so he went and beat the guy up, and because of that he had to be taken to I think he lost his job, and I think there was a case against him, so he's kind of like he doesn't have enough money. This is supposed to be set in 2020, but the some of the technology that you see seems to be beyond, maybe because some part of it is a secret society. So he is he was supposed to be a blacksmith as well as a I think Chinese or something like that, Japanese, sorry, sword maker, blacklist sword maker, whatever you call them. And so when he has flashes of his old skills, and he gets away um, with this, I don't know if you call it a katana, but a sword that he is supposed to sell to a drug dealer, and he is caught by the cops. But Chiwetel Ejiofor's character comes and interrogates him and tells him that you used to be this person, and that's you're not actually schizophrenic, but he wants to basically get a from the immediate previous lifespan of Evan McCauley's character. He was played by, I mean, sorry, he was known by as the name Heinrich Treadway, and he had a particular device in the shape of an egg, with which Chiwetel Ejiofor's character wants to destroy. So these people, they are fed up. They want to kill themselves, but they know that they'll get reincarnated. They don't want to get reincarnated again. They find it to be completely futile to live all these lives out, and so they want to kill off mankind, because if there's no more lives, then they can't get reincarnated into any living creatures. That's their entire plan. Sounds very far-fetched to me. They want to kill off all life on the planet. So that's the this device has got something that's inbuilt in it, kind of like a chemical or something, with installed into another device will create basically bring out the end of life on planet Earth. So it's basically these guys, the good guys versus the bad guys. It's pretty what do you call it? Cut and dry. It's gray, no gray in between. This is black and white. So basically, the good guys, incarnated people, try to get Evan back and try to make him remember most of his memories. Part of it works. He gets some of his skills back, and basically, they're trying to get everything in. The technology stuff, the sci-fi things, the medical advancement things that they show in the movie is pretty awesome. Some of the fight scenes are pretty good, but there's nothing else. There's nothing that wants me to think, I hope these people survive, I hope they do well. You don't really tend to like these characters. There are a couple of characters who I thought would be good sidekicks for Evan's character, for Evan, but they get killed midway through the movie. So, yeah. So towards the end, of course, there's a fight on a plane, and both of them get killed. Evan drowns. He falls into the water and drowns. But he gets reincarnated as a young, into a young man's body in Jakarta, Indonesia, and he's fighting with some people. And there is a character known as the Artisan who kind of steals the show. He's got some good lines, and he's the only person who I really. His name is Jason Mantzoukas. I don't know if I've seen him in anything else before, but he really pulls off. Basically, he is a little bit of a comedian, along with he's got not the gizmos, the gadgets, and all that stuff. I may have seen him in a couple of movies before. I'm just checking. Oh, he was in John Wick Part 3, John Wick Chapter 3, by the way. Any other movies of his that I've seen? I think he was. No, that's it. Maybe he's not acted in that many films, but yeah, he was in John Wick Chapter 3, The Disaster Artist as well, some other movies. So yeah, to me the best part of the movie is actually this character, Mark Wahlberg. Kind of seems to be, I mean, he is buffed for this movie, but kind of seems to be miscast in this role, and that's pretty much it about this movie. There's nothing much. So yeah, there's one actress who is I think she's a paraplegic. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. How do you pronounce that? She is disabled, basically. So she's a disabled rights activist who is also an actress and a comedian. And yeah, I think she's also pretty good in this movie. But other than that, it's basically a big thumbs down for me. It's a 6 out of 10. That's not worth watching, to be honest. I mean, anything below 7 for me, like, okay, maybe one day down the line I might actually try and watch this movie. But anything 7 and above is rewatchable. Anything 6 below, I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's what I gave it. I gave it a 6 out of 10. Not really worth it. Thank you, guys. Good night.